going on, family? Today really is just a kind of a quiet sit down talk. And I want to kind of pull this out. This means something. See what it is. Kind of the universe wanted me to pull this out and to let you guys to know this right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little handheld clock. This little pocket clock. You know, it's something that I really felt like connected to certain things. It's like, we're tested with situations, but how are you going to bounce back? It's easy to sit around and think that you're a victim, to think, oh, this is happening to me. I don't have any strength. I don't know. You gotta stop talking to yourself like that. You gotta say, I can be resourceful enough to make something happen despite whatever circumstance I'm in, right? So just to let you guys know, kind of my bullshit. I'm fully responsible for my financial situation. A lot of this stuff is like the ego fears accountability. It's afraid of its own demise, right? So it's like when we really look at it for what it is, recognize that a change can happen. First of all, you have to really want to fucking change. And if we don't want to fucking look at ourselves and see the truth, then how can we change anything? You have to find a healthy outlet to where you can really shift these things. You cannot just suppress. Just for example, I have this weird little, I don't even know what it is. Some little like skin, I have no idea. But you gotta see the physical really mirrors the energy. Things are gonna happen around you. There's gonna be people that have. I stopped really looking at things like, oh, that's an unconscious thing. This is a negative thing. What is it teaching you? What is that feeling teaching you? What's the feeling trying to teach you? That's the biggest thing that I'm realizing, because it's so easy for guys. You can change your life today. You can change your shit today. You don't have to wait for tomorrow, wait for the next week, wait for something that's never going to be perfect. And when I had this realization, when I was walking, looking for a fucking job, looking for this work, just because I got to do what I got to do. And thank God that I have a sense of purpose in what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. I'm seeing, guys, you have to really get up when you're in those moments. When you're in those moments of like, fuck, I don't feel strong right now. I feel like everything's fucking with my head. Money, all this, all that, da 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 da. It's easy to make an excuse. Don't fall into the excuses of what's going on around you. See, okay, what can I do differently this time? What can I do differently this time? If this shit is testing you, you might as well get a reward from it. If you know what I'm saying, if you feel like you're in hell, you might as well keep fucking climbing and keep walking. Don't just sit and wallow in this shit. This is what I was getting to. God really speaking to me. When I was sitting out there, I was like, you can't just wallow in this shit and just let everything fall. You have to see, okay, what lesson is there to be learned? What is there to be learned in this circumstance, in this situation, the things around me? Recognizing what's resonating. First of all, we gotta stop judging other people, even if they're not on the same frequency, even if they don't resonate with the shit that you do. You have to realize that what is this trying to reflect to me? What is this looking to teach me? See it from a student type of perspective and be like, okay, I'm not really stuck. No one's really stuck. Only we make ourselves stuck because we get complacent. We get fucking all bent out of shape based upon our own egos, little fucking, I don't even know, little fucking restrictions and shit. When you can't limitate anything infinite, I'm letting you guys know what's really inside of you. I like to say, as deep as you can dive, as high as you can fly. If you can fucking look at and recognize what problem needs to be solved, focus on solutions instead of problems. Focus on opportunities instead of the circumstances. Stop looking at life in this negative ass way where you're really just waking up and looping subconsciously the same fucking thing. We gotta change this shit. First of all, you can only change yourself. You can't change other people and tell them to do this. Is something I had to learn the hard way. You can't put your standards and things on other people that are still on their own journey. If anything, you have to really just hold yourself to a T and keep your integrity and your morals with that. And see that, okay, this can change. I don't have to keep doing the same shit. Yes, you may have to get a fucking job. Yes, you may have to do some shit you don't want to do, but are you willing to really sacrifice your comfort zone for what you really want to get? There's many times where a lot of us, we came so close to making it, but we were like, oh, fuck. I'm too good for this. Oh, I'm too proud for this. The ego's pride and all this shit. You got to see, okay, what can I do to get out of this situation? Focus on opportunities, not the fucking circumstances. You can easily trap yourself in this hell loop where you're going crazy every single day. This is happening. This is happening. Blah, 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 blah. Stop that shit. Literally just stop it. See what you can do differently this time. This is about evolving. The ego is the one that likes to loop. The ego is the shit that likes to be in the same unconscious patterns. But the higher self, your soul, is here to evolve. It's here to do something different. Here to do something different. It's time for you to really take your power back. Take your power back from your situation. Take your power back from all this shit. Stop giving your attention to shit you're not attending. Stop looking at everything around you and being like, oh, this is gloom and doom. It's all about your perspective. If you look at some shit like it's gonna fuck you up, then it is. It's literally exactly what you created to be. If I look at a situation and be like, oh, there's no money, there's nothing I can do about it, then that's how it's gonna be. You have to see that your perception is literally the fucking tool. How you look at it is really how you're gonna get to it. It's all about how you're gonna hold yourself. It's really just being fucking responsible. For so long I was irresponsible about finances, depending on other people, codependency, trauma bonds, narcissism, bullshit. You have to put this to the side. It's time for you to literally put this to the side. Put the passion to the side. Open your wings and motherfucking fly. Stop doing the same thing every single day. When that shit is not giving you grace, it's not giving you peace. Follow what the fuck your intuition is telling you. Follow what it's trying to tell you. Because that was the same shit with my ego. I was like, oh, well, am I looking good enough? Are they gonna stop that shit? You have to love yourself before anyone else. If you don't love yourself, no one is gonna reciprocate that same energy. You have to really see the shit differently. See the shit differently, and you will get another fucking a way of looking at it. I'm just trying to show you different perspective to look at life. To where, okay, everything is working out for me. All is while this is all working out for my higher self. We gotta stop blaming and judging and fucking doing all this shit about other people. This has nothing to do with no one else right now. It has everything to do with you. This has everything to do with you and taking responsibility and facing the shit that you need to face. You know, for so long, I was sitting dead broke, sitting fucking, and I don't even like to call it because words are spells. Guys say it's a financial challenge. It's a temporary challenge that is placed here by the divine to help me accelerate and proceed to my mission. It's about how you look at it. If we constantly look at everything with a shit perspective, then nothing's gonna be flexible enough to really change. So instead of fighting, instead of arguing, instead of torturing yourself, beating yourself up, being your own prisoner, you know? It's like the Buddha. You have that Buddha mind. What would the Buddha do in this instance? If you're surrounded by negativity, you're surrounded by shit that's shit. Be the change. Shit. What is mine is mine. What is yours is yours. You have to know yourself enough to discern what energies are not yours. Stop. And this goes to the starseeds, the ones that are highly, got the sensitivities and shit. That is your strength. Stop looking at it as a weakness. Stop looking at, oh, this shit is draining me. This shit is trying to change me. This shit is trying to phase me. Oh, I'm feeling a little vibe. Oh, this energy, let's stop it. You have to transmute, alchemize it. You're a fucking alchemist. We take that shit, we turn it to sugar. We take that pain, we turn it to gold. Find a way to express yourself. Find a way to literally love yourself differently. And don't get so caught up and attached to the externals and whatever's going on. It starts in before it's out. So what is the outside reflecting to us? What is the outside circumstance trying to teach us? You have to look at it like that. Study your universal laws. No one is really stuck. You're not stuck. Your fucking mind is stuck. That's what it is. I feel like, you're not really poor. It's just your mind is fucking poor. Your patterns and shit. Subconsciously, you have to shift and say that you are worthy. You are deserving. You are enough to receive abundance, to live financially. For you to do this shit, we have to deprogram. We gotta recalibrate. We gotta retrain our shit and switch the fucking hard drive and change that. Change it. If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like these thought patterns, if you don't like this subconscious pattern, see what the root is and shift it. Take the unconscious shit, turn it to your hand, turn it to your awareness and see what can I do to change it. You have to transmute all this shit you're going through into progression, into a way to literally get better, not get worse, and not keep fucking stumbling and literally just falling in that sack of shit. Even myself, I was so fucking insecure looking at myself in the mirror like, oh, am I good enough? Oh, am I looking right? That holds us back, guys. It's never gonna, you just have to do it, man. You'll be surprised. You have to trust yourself enough to just fucking go and just do some shit, really shock yourself. Shock yourself in these type of times. Shock yourself in these type of moments. What are you gonna do? It's easy to sit back, play fucking patty cake with your fucking ego and just sit with your feet up and just complain. That's what I did. You know, I was complaining about every fucking thing instead of really shifting that energy into changing it. This is what we have to do, take a massive responsibility. Responsibility for ourselves, responsibility for our money, responsibility for our health, for our fucking spiritual hygiene, you know, your spirituality, what that's gonna be. It's not the same for everyone else, but this meets a common equilibrium where this shit all interconnects. What you're going through right now it has to happen so you can evolve. That sounds like a fucking piece. The truth is bittersweet. You take a sip of that shit, it pisses you off, and then it sets you free. You know what I mean? It's really a paradox. So I'm not trying to be so damn cold and bold, serious. You know, you have to laugh at this shit a little bit, have some humor, and have that childlike inner child to come out. You know, it's not over for you, man. It's really not. I don't care what hole you're fucking in. It is not over right now. Throw the fucking rope. Climb the fuck out of that shit. Climb the fuck out of that shit. Stop sitting and dwelling on the past, man. We let our past literally dictate how we feel in this present moment. When the past of this shit's all in your mind, man. All there is now. Buddha. Present. Present. You know, pure awareness. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And you are the fucking power, man. You are the key. Stop giving your power to this shit outside of you. It doesn't have any power over you unless you give it. This time I'm starting to see it is what you say it is. If I look at the situation like this is the best, then it is. If I look at this like, oh, I can't make money, then it is. This is how powerful your consciousness really is. I'm here to just remind you of that, of who you really are. You have to remember. You have to know what you don't prefer, to know what you do. So if you work at some shit, see the fucking beauty in it. See the Buddha in it. Lead by example. Lead by example. If everyone around you is being that, you lead by fucking example. Don't stoop to the lower frequency and do the same bullshit you used to do. Hold the energy, hold the light, and realize this is all working out for you, not to you. No one's a fucking victim. The ego loves that shit, yo. The ego loves it. Ooh. Sitting here like, that's it. It's over, Charlie. Not what you think. To just shift your perspective, see it a little different, see the resourcefulness, the spontaneity, the resilience and perseverance that is already inside of you. I know some of us are tired as fuck. Like you're like, what? I don't want to get up again. I don't want to go outside and walk and shit and figure this stuff out. You have to hunker down, my friend. Dust the fuck off. Get back up. Look in the mirror. Appreciate yourself. Love yourself and just see what you can do about it. Instead of seeing what you can't do, see what you can do and seeing, okay, what's in my control? What's in my power? Your thoughts, your actions, you know, your behaviors, how you react to it. Stop reacting. Don't react. Just let the shit be. See what it's trying to teach you. And remember, what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. What's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. What stuff are they reflecting to you that you gotta deal with, man? This is how the universe is. You'll attract certain people, certain situations to you just to freaking fix it, just to kind of shift out of it and realize what that contrast is reflecting to you for you to do the healing, for you to do that inner work. So what's it mirroring to you? That's my question for you. Get a journal, get a pen, write this stuff down, channel your thoughts, try to understand yourself, understand these patterns. What is repetitive? What can I change? How can I do it differently instead of being the same victim? Man, fuck that. You're not the trauma bond. You're not the childhood abuse. You're not the alcoholic bullshit. The shit, everything that you've been through. I don't know what it is, but I can really resonate with you and hold this spirit. Higher self, you know, come through. You know, you gotta be open and receptive to receive this energy. You have to ask me, shall I receive? You have to command it in a way. Like I command the strength, I command the articulation to really give something powerful to let myself be a vessel so someone else can get touched by this. We gotta start using our abilities, man. Your dormant gifts are inside of you. Fear is a fucking illusion. Fear and doubt are illusions. Love, unconditional love, is the only real power. Now, I fight for love. I'm a warrior for the truth. I'm a warrior for divinity. I'm a warrior for the planet. I'm a warrior for the human race and for our sovereignty and for our true abundance and who we really are. We just have to see this shit a little different, man. So just pause. Slow the fuck down. See what you can do. Even if it's little steps at a time. Even if it's little steps at a time. Like right now, I'm gonna have to do some shit proudly, humbly, and put my pride to the side. Put my pride to the side, because a lot of times what really blocks us is thinking, oh, I'm too good for this. I'm too good for that. And then we don't get shit done. We don't get over the fucking hump. You know what I'm saying? To get to the Buddha, remember, it's gonna take a little bit of freaking patience. This clock right here, you know, you gotta be timeless in the time. Now, time is a tool. Time is a valuable thing. It is a tool. But be timeless in the time. See what time you've wasted. You know, that's what I think about when I look at this. What time have I wasted? What energy have I wasted? What am I doing? That's the same fucking thing every day that is not getting me any results. So it's really just like that hard fucking tough love, bittersweet. You know what I'm saying? The truth is, like this, you drink it, it's bittersweet. It'll piss you off at first, but shit, it'll set you free. Just remember that. Awareness is the first step of change. If we're not conscious of something, how can we change it? Just realize what you can do about it. You're not a victim, man. So stay strong, because you ain't alone in this. I'm doing it with you. Stay fucking strong. Don't sit around and just be like, oh, this is it. Wipe that off. Wipe that off and get back up. I'm telling you, if you have the courage to get back up just one more fucking time with all this shit, one more time, you will be, that energy will be given to you. God will give you the strength. Just like God has given me the energy to make this video right now. I felt, you know, shit. It's all teaching. It's all teaching, but the student listens. You gotta be a student before you can be a master. So find out what's fucking you up. Find out what's holding you back. Find out what's making you insecure. Find out what's making you doubtful. Get to the root of the shit and change it. Get to the root of the problem and shift it. Remember, as deep as you can dive into yourself, into your own shit, into your own darkness, that's as high as you can fly into your light that's inside of you. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this message to anyone that really hears this. I'm not doing this for fucking clicks. I could care less. I'm here to just be genuine, man. Genuine authenticity. This world needs connection. We need, like, yo, I'm just your brother, man. I'm just here talking to you one-on-one. So just remember that shit. Stay fucking strong. You ain't alone. Stay strong. You ain't alone. Remember that. Remember how fucking strong you are. I'm talking to that inner child inside of you. Remember how strong you are. It's never going to be the perfect scenario like, oh, is my hair looking good enough? I don't think I can get this done to the done. Stop that shit. Chill. See what you can do. Do it mindfully. Do it with that Buddha mentality. Remember that. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. You got this. Just a few words of encouragement. Just to get the fuck back up on that horse and you, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. You got this.